Hey, Beefsters, I'll hop here. Hey, as more people start viewing my videos here, I thought it was appropriate to give you a quick clip of my personal journey. The first time I bought Bitcoin was in 2018. My son had made a couple $100 on this, and he's the one that told me about it. He was like 13, 14 years old at the time. It was insane. So I'm like, I got to check this out. So but I didn't know what Bitcoin was or blockchain chain was. So in the meantime, I had an opportunity to invest into a commercial real estate project and put in my entire life savings. Okay, my wife and I made a decision, and I knew that you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket. It was the dumbest. It just I have a background. I've done a lot of investing in the stock market my entire adult life. I have a background and understand a lot of things about diversification. And I don't know why I didn't practice that. It was an opportunity that was amazing. Oh, too good to be true, right? That is saying so. And then COVID had something to do with it. The project didn't fund, so I sat here. I had resigned and kind of retired from I was a high school teacher for 22 years, dean of students, administrator. I'm like, here's my opportunity. Uh, I got a nice little upfront payment to do that, and it didn't fund. Okay, so I had some time to learn more about cryptocurrency because I was very intrigued and I wanted to recover that money quickly. So I found a project, started just Googling and searching around, blah, blah, blah. Came across this project called Hex. Now, Hex was a token designed by a gentleman that had created this community that was just insane. I mean, these people are all in. I mean, they call them hexagons. I consider myself a hexagon at one point. And so when I started to study this, I started seeing that there's a lot of hopium in this community. All these, when's it gonna blah blah blah. So the creator designed and wrote with coding business partners a new blockchain. This was really interesting to me. And so the whole thing was that the test net's coming out. So I get on there, I get on the test net, and you learn how to move coins around and use the new blockchain. Ooh, test net version 2 comes out. Ooh, there's some added code in there and some new things. Oh, test version 3. Then the community start getting irritated. When's it going to come out? In the meantime, when I first bought that hex at about 4 cents, the thing just went up. And I'm like, holy Toledo. It went up to like 9 cents. I bought some more. Kept going up to 12 cents, bought some more. 14 cents, bought some more. I'm like, dude, this is easy. Just watching that account go up. I didn't understand crypto cycles. We were in the top of this bull run cycle. It ended up going up to 22 cents. I'm like, this is great. I had enough money in that I could have pulled easily what I put into it. Nothing crazy, probably like $10,000 I could have pulled, stuck in my pocket, done something else with it. I didn't know that we are in this peak of the bull run. Okay, so with that said, I watched it just dwindle down from there. But in the meantime, we're talking about this new blockchain that's going to get a free airdrop for any ERC tokens that you own on the Ethereum blockchain. So now I'm like, okay, this is great. It finally launched, and so this airdrop thing basically duplicated your tokens that you had in the Hex project. And guess what happened? The original tokens on the Ethereum chain went to zero. It wasn't this thing where the airdrop gives you double. It was kind of a marketing, not a scam, a ploy to get people fired up to just stay within this community. So on the new blockchain, very difficult it was completely decentralized technology. Nobody could touch it. It's very difficult to purchase. We got to cross a bridge where there are a lot of scams on the bridge. You have to be very careful. Anytime you move from one blockchain to the other, you got to be very careful on what bridge that you use to go across to the other blockchain. Make note of that, people. And I found out, I'm like, Okay, this isn't diversification. All my money got airdropped onto this other blockchain, and it's like it didn't do anything. It didn't move. And I started learning more and more. And so at that time, this community just kept talking about this one project. And so I started poking around, doing a little more research. I'm like, this isn't diversification. We're locked on this very decentralized blockchain, which I thought was kind of cool. I'm a computer guy, I like the technology that nobody can touch it, blah blah. But it's like you're pigeonholed. Like you're not that's not what real investors do. Like there was no diversification here. So I started learning more. And, thank God I latched on to a couple other YouTubers that were in the crypto space, tons of them actually, that were talking about different narratives. One of them, Economic Ninja. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your time and all the efforts that you put out there at that time. Um, it helped me understand that both is okay. You got to put money into the known quantities of solid cryptocurrency projects. And how do you do that? Look at the top market caps. Just like in the stock market, the top blue chip stocks, you know that those companies are solid, even though there's prices fluctuate and everything. You know that you're not going to lose your money. It's not going to go away. With that other project with the airdrop, I mean, 80% of my money was gone for years, just sitting there. And then finally, that's when I was like, dude, this is insane. I got to get out of this. Um, I happened to speak to the ninja directly, and he kind of gave me some insight on what's up with that project. And that's where I washed my losses, is what you do. I sold things at a loss, but I needed some write-offs. So it worked out. I kind of washed my money, putting in another project. And so it's personal. I needed to do that for my tax return. And so this story that I'm giving you, everybody, no two thumbprints are the same. You cannot duplicate a person's story. And so I'm giving you this information to maybe help you prevent roadblocks, and just don't go all in on one thing. Diversify, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I love the ideas. You look at the top market caps in this asset class, and you start peppering your money into those top five. Okay, that's what this last video I did. I was talking about Bitcoin's at top, Ethereum number two. You got your XRP, you got your BNB and Solana. Those are the top five market caps where most of the money is in. So, with that said, um, that's what you want to do. Whatever your bucket of money is, you take a percentage and stay with the strong ones. Now, look at, I haven't talked about my riskier altcoin plays on here just because I don't want to be accused of, giving false information, and I'm dipping my toes in the water with these other coins. And again, I follow experts that have done study on the fundamentals of these different companies, and I make my personal decision from there. Now, I learned that you're not going to get rich quick. Most of your money should be in the top five solid cryptocurrencies. Now, if you want to take 5 or 10% of your holdings and play with the other coins, you can do that. Okay, but it's a lot more. You have to research the companies. You either make a decision if you want to go completely DeFi, like I did with this other one. It's there's a lot to be said about that with that technology, because it is completely decentralized from any government control. But then there, I also learned that that's not necessarily a good thing, because guess what? None of these institutions are going to come in if there's no government regulation. It's just not going to happen. And so I saw that the DeFi project just sit there, not moving, not doing anything. And I'm like, unless the institutional money comes in, or the higher venture capitalists come in, it's not going to do anything. Okay, it's all about that market cap. And it's funny because the founder of this program said, "Oh, market cap doesn't matter. It's all about price fluctuation," which is true, right? I mean, if price is all that matters, but guess what? The price ain't going to move unless there's money in the project. So that's just it's just so it's kind of a here nor there comment behind that. So that's my story up until this point. When I started to diversify into the higher market cap programs, and I understood the Bitcoin halving is the beginning of the next cycle. That's what gave me that light bulb moment. And so those are the things I wanted to share with you through my story to get to where I am today. I am on my way to bigger and better things. Um, you become a smarter investor. Like I said, diversification is key, and you just don't go all in on one thing. You got to spread it out. Now, I will do another video on the altcoins that I am playing with, and there's another one that came out, man. You don't want to get out in front of your skis. Like we always have to have some dry powder on the side to put in, but I just you can only do so much. I've got 9 different positions that there's another altcoin project that came out that I just heard about. I got to look at it. I got to look at it because the economic ninja is saying some positive things, and he has enough followers to move markets sometimes. But if it's too much, it's too much. Don't get out in front of your skis and get when you start getting confused and don't fully understand something. Stop. Take a step back. Take a deep breath and focus. Okay, so that's my story, everybody. Up until this point, just wanted to share that with you. I'll be making some moves here soon. We're in all these the Genius Act passed. All these regulatory frameworks are turning into law now. We got over $5 trillion coming into the regulated clarity projects. Okay, when there's clarity and regulation, that's where the institutional money is coming in, and boom, that's how price action just pumps. So thank you for checking out this video, everybody. Please give me a subscribe, a thumbs up. I forget to say that. I would like to continue doing this. I love doing this stuff and sharing. I love studying and researching cryptocurrency. It's a really exciting, interesting thing that will not go away. If you're a naysayer seeing this cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is going to be a part of humanity for the rest of your lives, there's a lot more to this technology than just buying and selling tokens. It's going to be used in every single thing that you do in terms of transactions between two parties and shaking hands and agreeing on things. It's foolproof. You cannot cheat. The way that the information is documented, there is no way to scam or be untruthful when it comes to blockchain technology. I'll leave you with that. Everybody, thanks for checking in. Crypto House signing out. Happy Sunday. Do something fun, like I always say, stretch it out. I'm actually got to go do some mechanic work on my truck, which is cool because I enjoy working with my hands. I learned a lot about how to do certain things. I can go save like $2,000 by doing this one job I'm going to do right here. So stuff like that. All right, everybody. Crypto Hop signing out. Appreciate your time. Enjoy your day. All right.